But I got a call from the station saying, we need you and we need you now. And the first thing I did is actually check Twitter. You know, I have to say that I have worked in war zones. So it did feel like a war zone, you know. I've worked in South Texas on the US-Mexico border among cartels and drugs and guns and money and immigration issues. I've been to Pakistan, where there were bombs going off 2 blocks from our hotel. I feel like I kind of have a good perspective of that as much as I can. And so on the ground, you know, it felt very much that way in some ways, because it was unpredictable.
Because you never want to get between protesters and the police, especially when things are so tense. You want to be on the side so you can see what's going on. And I heard gunshots off to the side and kind of across the street from me. And at that point I looked down and I realized I'm not wearing a bulletproof vest. Every other reporter is. And that's sort of when my colleague and I made the decision to get out.
To tell you the truth, it was pretty disturbing for me to see how St. Louis was being portrayed to the rest of the world, because there was so much of the story that didn't get told. And I think as a local journalist, for one thing, you approach the story knowing that this is your community and that you're going to be part of this community long after everybody else has gone home.
And another thing sometimes to think about when I've been up there taking pictures, you know, you can make a small group of protesters look very big. You know, the first few weeks they had large crowds out there, but now that the numbers have dwindled on any given night, it's between, you know, 20 to 100. Well, you can make that crowd all of a sudden look like it's massive, and you can be tweeting about that and talking about how crazy things are and intense, but really maybe it's not. If you maybe panned the camera back a little bit, you would see that the crowd isn't nearly as big as it looks if you take that tight shot on them.
It's not, it's our goal every day. Most of us feel very compelled about this. I feel very compelled every day I get up. And on my way to work, you know, I prepare myself to be able to be mindful, to be intentional, to be authentic, to be vulnerable and real and raw with people.
I think a journalist is someone whose job it is to bear witness to things that are going on. You need to be the voice of the people. You need to be, as a journalist, you have the opportunity and the privilege and the responsibility to ask the questions that the public has on their minds.
You know, to me, it may mean different things to different people, but to me it's pretty simple. It is an act of service.